Hello, my name is Siddhant Singh and today we'll discuss about visualization of basic graphs using Python. So let's start. As you can see, we have included three basic libraries which are related to this, namely NetworkX, NumPy, Matplotlib. So if we want to visualize graphs, first we need to create them. So let's start. Let the graph be G, and the command for creation of graph is nx.graph, where nx stands for network X. So our graph is created. So after this our graph is created, but currently it doesn't have any nodes, vertex or edges. So firstly we'll create nodes. So the command for creating node is g dot add underscore node. So let's say the first node be node 1. So similarly we can create node 2, node 3 and so on. Now we have created the nodes. Now we have to create edges, and also sometimes we have to see how many nodes are present in the graph, so we can check with the command g dot node, and it will tell the number of nodes present. So this way we can see the number of nodes. Now we will create the edges. So the command for adding edges is very similar to command of adding nodes. So it's g dot add underscore edges 1, comma 2. If you want to add an edge between vertex 1 and 2, we'll write 1 and 2. Now I want to add between vertex 2 and 3, let's say, so we'll create edge between 2 and 3. Then if I want to create an edge between 3 and 4, write 3 and 4, and similarly we can do like this. Now if we want to know which edges are present in the graph, so for that the command is g dot edges, and it will tell what are the edges present between which vertices. Now the graph is created. Now we want to display the graph. So the command for displaying the graph is x dot draw, and it will ask which graph you want to display, so graph G. And now if you want to label the graph, we have a command for that, nx dot draw G with labels. So if you write like this, we'll show the graph with labels. As you can see, the vertices are labeled. Now if you want to change the color of the vertices, we can do with the command node color. If you want to change the color from blue to, let's say, red, so we'll write and we can see the vertices color changed to red. Now if I add a particular edge, let's say edge 5, 6. So there is no sixth node, but we are going to add an edge. So let's see what happens. So now we will visualize the graph. So we'll write x draw g. And we can see the sixth node is added. So we can also create a graph without adding a node. We can just add the edge and the node will be automatically added. So now I'll create a new graph. Let's say h is my new graph. Now in this graph I'll not add any vertices, directly I will add edges. So now we'll add edges, edge dot add. So we'll create an edge between vertex 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 1 and 5. Now I will check my graph. So as you can see, my graph is created without adding any vertices. So the next thing is why we need to repeat this process again and again for a simple graph. So now we will see. So for that, simple graphs can be drawn by using inbuilt functions. So now we'll create a path graph. Path graphs can be drawn using inbuilt functions. So we'll create a path graph V. Path graph is a simple graph which has n vertices and n minus 1 edges, and it is a connected graph. So now we'll create a path graph. The command is underscore graph, and here we need to specify how many vertices we want. So let's say I want to create a graph with 7 vertices. So now our graph is created. So we want to visualize our graph, so simply we'll write draw with labels, will display, and as you can see our graph is created. So now I'll create different types of graphs. So now we'll create a cycle graph. Let's say C is my cycle graph. So C nx dot cycle, and we will write the number of vertices. So let's say 8 vertices. So now our graph is created. We want to visualize the graph, so we'll check. We'll check with labels. And as we can see, we got a cycle graph with 8 vertices. So now we will create complete graph. Let's say K is my complete graph. Complete graph has n vertices and n into n minus 1 upon 2 number of edges. So now we'll create a complete graph. So command is same, just you have to write complete underscore graph, and you have to write the number of vertices. Let's say I'm saying 9 vertices. So now we'll check whether our graph is created or not. So we'll check with labels. So as we can see, our complete graph is created. Similarly, we can create more dense graph. So for that you don't have to do anything, we just have to create a complete graph with much more number of vertices. Let's say 18 vertices. So we'll now check our graph with the labels. And as you can see, our dense graph has been created. So thank you for watching the video. Please share, like, and share with your friends if you like the video, and anybody who needs to understand this, you can share with them. Thank you.